living in Blacksburg, I feel the town itself is kind of like a little jewel in the region because it's a college town and there are just innumerable things to do. There's lots of restaurants. We're kind of in the center of bluegrass music country. It has wonderful mountains. There's lots of hiking. There's biking. It's a very natural, beautiful area. There's a wonderful, fairly new, it's 3 or 4 years old, Moss Center for the Arts in town, which is absolutely gorgeous. It reminds you of a facility in New York City where they have all kinds of classical music, concerts of visiting people come, like Joshua Bell, the violinist, was here a couple of years ago. So there's a real pocket of culture here. We are less than an hour away from Roanoke, which is a city of about 100,000 people. There's more interesting shopping. There's a beautiful Taubman Museum there, which was built by a famous architect a number of years ago, which is really great. And I feel that this area meets a variety of people's interests, needs, and enjoyments.
We are in a really good space right now with our congregation. We just finished doing our mission statement, and now we're moving on to figuring out where that mission statement will take us, like where the visioning process will go. Our board is a very collegiate group of people. We work well together. It's really exciting to lead this congregation. It's a dynamic group of people. We have a beautiful space that we worship in. We're really looking forward to this year working with an interim minister, just getting a lot of new great ideas of how we can do church better.
Very soon after joining, I was invited by our minister to serve on the refining team, which wrote the new mission covenant statement for our church. I was thankful for being given a place and a voice in this exciting process. And participating in the creation of our mission covenant has been one of the most intense, stimulating, and challenging experiences of my life.
The Connections Committee serves to help connect and bring people in, to help them find avenues into the congregation when they are newcomers, or even for folks who have been here for a while but are looking to make a connection to other parts of our congregation. So we have a half a dozen people in the committee, and we organize and put on newcomers orientations, sort of a Saturday morning activity for new folks to the congregation where they can learn about Unitarian Universalism as a religion, as a practice. They can learn about our congregation and find out what the next steps are if they want to become members.
So the UUC NRV is a welcoming congregation, but that is not just a symbolic term. 10 years ago, when Irene and I were working on the campaign in Virginia to help stop the passage of the state marriage amendment, we came to this congregation looking for volunteers. And we asked people to go knocking on doors and ask them to vote against this amendment. That was not an easy thing to ask people to do. We got a lot of volunteers out of this congregation. And while we were ultimately unsuccessful in stopping that amendment, 2 years ago, when the Supreme Court ruled and we got full marriage equality, this is where we wanted to come to celebrate that win. The Unitarians here have been open and welcoming individually and as a congregation. We are not tokens. There are plenty of gay and lesbian folks here, couples and singles, and we feel like this UUC is not only socially engaged, but they believe in the causes that we believe in. So we have found a real home here.
So I'm part of the Quarter Lifers group, and we are a group of young professionals in our 20s and 30s, and we gather socially to have fun together and to be among peers who think alike and maybe are in a similar life stage. There's 20 or 30 folks in the group, and we gather once a month or so to spend some time. We've gathered here at the grounds for a fire pit and potluck time, a couple cookouts like that. Some folks have gone on hikes together. So it's a fun group, and I think nice for folks when they come in to see peers, people in their peer group.
It's been really interesting raising our children in this congregation. We actually came to this congregation seeking for religious home to raise our family. And personally, I started out in the nursery, and then both of us have taught religious education. I've been religious education chair. We have a wonderful religious education program here. Both our kids have also gone through coming of age, which was really powerful for them to really get to know their own spiritual beliefs, their own past, what they think. I mean, I think it really kind of blew their minds a little bit. This year, both of our children are going to be in the YRU, our youth group here. We're so excited for that. Our older child, Sarah, is going to be one of the youth leaders, which we're hoping will, help her a lot with learning about leadership, what that means, give her self-confidence. And our son, Jason, will also be part of that.
The YRU is just a place where people can come and be accepted and have a good time. It's just a place with good people to make friendships with and share your week about. It's a good kind of therapy session. You just talk about what's been bothering you and what happened in your week, and you just get to know people and have nice friends that you can count on every week.
My wife and I organize circle suppers, and that's a rotating potluck group. Usually 6 to 10 folks will gather in homes, kind of rotating through the members' homes. And we have 70 or 80 folks in the congregation who sign up for these, and we'll do a series that lasts maybe 8 months, something along those lines. So we'll just gather in people's homes once a month, moving from home to home. And I've really enjoyed it as a way to get to know some folks better than just the 5 or 10 minutes you see someone on Sunday. You see them regularly, and it's been great. And you get some food.
There's always been a place where we kind of embrace change and growth. I think we've been pretty good at that, and things just seem to keep getting better and better. It's a nice place to be.
If love is the doctrine of our faith, what meaning does that have if love is not manifest in our actions? To act as a community of conscience that challenges narrow ideologies and is committed to peace and justice requires boldness and the courage of our convictions. If our love is to mean anything, must it not be brave enough to venture forth from out of the shelter of our hearts, going where it is most needed, to serve and to transform?